think you'll really want to keep your eyes out for this run as well as your ears. It's now time for Astro's Playroom with Xeilius. Take it away.
Right. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. So, today we have Astro's Playroom. This game is a pretty simple game. For the most part, it has very simple mechanics and controls, but we will be doing some different tricks to help save as much time as possible. Most of the tricks that will be used in this, they're just kind of small time saves, but they just accumulate over time. They will save you a ton of time in the entire run. And there are some other tricks that I will try to pull off, but they have a low chance of happening. But if I hit them, they're incredibly stylish. And I think that's about all I really have to say about it. Most of everything else will be pretty straightforward, and my two commentators will kind of help explain why I'm doing some of the tricks that I'm doing. And with that, I will pass it on to them.
Please go first, sir.
All right. I'm one of the commentators. My name is Mo Nichols, and this is my other commentator, Lexi.
Hello, everyone. We're going to be doing some commentating on Astro's Playroom here and hopefully intrigue folks to the game. It's been definitely an interesting one to speedrun.
All right, with that, I think we're about ready to just go ahead and get started. So let's start the run with 3, 2, 1, go.
So in the beginning here, the game goes through a great demo of the PlayStation 5 controller and a lot of the cool haptic changes they've made and new button functionalities. So you'll see him kind of test in each aspect of those new additions to give you an intro to the controller as well as the game and how it's going to play into it.
So right now, just pretty straightforward. Just get through the demo as fast as you can.
Yeah, and one thing you may have noticed, I've muted my microphone. The reason I do this is there are other sections in the game where you have to blow into this pinwheel fan looking thing. And if you mute your microphone, it will automatically do it for you. But for some reason in the controller demo, you have to actually blow into the microphone for that one. It doesn't let you mute the microphone and skip that.
And I assure for everyone's ears, it's also a benefit that he muted it to go by it there.
Yeah.
So what really appealed to me about this game is I think we've talked about it, how similar to a Mario style feel it is for the PlayStation, and bringing that aspect of platformer to the PlayStation, which has been a great success in my opinion.
I just really hope this game can spawn a big franchise.
Oh, me too, I love it.
Just like the Mario series.
Team Asobi did amazing work with this. You know, we've talked about how it's a demo for the PS5, but it's also a love letter to every other PlayStation console, which you'll probably see if you're watching the backgrounds and the characters who show up throughout these levels.
Absolutely, it's a complete Easter egg of a game that just kicks in everyone's nostalgia, whether they had PlayStation 1, 2, 3, or 4. It kind of gives you all memories of wherever you fall into the timeline.
Absolutely. Plus it adds a lot of beautiful landscapes and environments.
So what Xeilius is doing here is he's jumping into each level, and what this is going to allow him to do is later on when he completes the level, now that he's gone into each level, he'll be able to use the PlayStation Live tiles to a little bit more quickly pivot between levels instead of waiting for the longer loading screens. So it's one of the small strategies he kind of brought to attention earlier that adds up across the what was this run when it first started? We were like a 31-minute run, and Now we got it down to 23. So that skip he just landed there, hopping off of the Caterpillar's back. That one has been deemed the Caterpillar skip. It is one of the more tough ones to hit, just with the angles and precise timing that has to be pinpointed to hit it. But
And the skip
no
he did,
pressure here. He just whizzed right through it.
and the skip he did right now was called the Indiana Jones skip. He just walked through that entire big O barrel.
The monkey section is kind of my personal favorite. This was the first section that I got really good at.
This is the first suit he's coming across. So this definitely starts to show a lot of the features of the controller and what it can do with the vibrations and how it feels as you, with the haptic buttons, it catches how hard you press the R2 to grab down. So you can hold it tighter and you almost feel and grip the rock a little bit more, as where if you hold it lighter, it's just a gentle grab and go. Get that distance covered. Some of you are gonna go back and play this through now, and you're gonna go through these paths and you're like, holy cow, how did he make some of these jumps that just skip by what would be 20, 30 seconds of just getting through the level normally. So here he purposely killed all of the enemies. The reason being is the little step back he tried there is this is one of the 2 mini bosses through the game. And in recent weeks they've developed a boss skip to where when shooting that little dynamite, there's a way to fall back and shoot up with the platform to initially skip this whole scene is the goal.
It saves about like 30 seconds. And it'll probably most definitely give you a world record.
Yeah, it will definitely give you a good shot at it. It's extremely difficult to pull off, but incredibly stylish if you can pull it off.
Super big jumps there. Those are ones that if you were to miss that platform, that can be a more timely costing fall. Section down.
Love to see it, but hate to hear the GPU jungle song go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, please go on Spotify, and you have the whole Astro Playroom soundtrack is loaded on there now, so you can enjoy it even when not enjoying Astro Playroom. That was definitely my favorite of the songs as well.
We have time for some donations between levels here.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of time as well.
Okay, awesome. We've got $20 from Silent Persona, who says, Astro's Playroom was such an amazing experience and is honestly one of the best games you can play on a PS5. Can't wait to see this amazing run. You're gonna crush it, Xeilius. Thank you so much, Silent Persona.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so something else you'll notice I'm doing, whenever I pull these wires, I do a jump. For most of the wire pulls you do in this game, if you perform a jump as Astro is sliding on the ground, it will cancel that animation, so that way you can get back up sooner. Like that. Okay, in this wire, we're going to pull backwards to save just a little bit more time.
Beneficial to pull in the direction that you fall.
And you're gonna see him run through circles right now. That's him maintaining a full speed, which will let him do all these little speedrun tactics.
Beautiful rocket skip there.
Yeah. if we never discovered the benefit of full speed, we'd probably not have a few tactics to do, since we used to do this thing called a double hover, and it was just attacking right after you fall off a ledge, and you can hover twice, and then only once.
Another great suit level being the jetpack here. You'll notice he's always keeping the jets on. It's you always have to treat it like a NASCAR race, where anytime your foot isn't on the gas, you're slowing down. And so you always want to strategically try to hit the corners and make it where you're using either one jetpack or both, but always having one going. That was like the first big Astro strat that he just did there. The minigun skip. A little clean up there. Those guys can be nagging.
Someone who really put in a lot of time with the speed run mode, which this game has early on, and it almost convinced me to get into speed running. I'm still planning on it someday, but yeah, I was waiting to see about the double hover and some of those early techniques, and just to hear and see how they've been supplanted is really amazing to watch.
So double hover is still on the speedrunning side of the game. They have just patched it out of the main gameplay.
Ah, I see.
There were records in the speedrunning that without the double hover would be pretty much untouchable.
Especially the mountain run.
Yeah. So this is the second mini boss here. So just using another platform. Can't even describe it here. He just blew through this guy so fast.
Yeah, the trick to destroying that boss very quickly is you want to bait out the bullet shots that the metal enemies shoot at you. And you want to put them in spots that you're not going to need to be. And then, of course, you want to bait the boss's laser attack also to the side as well. And that'll help you get more on top of him whenever you need to light the final fuse.
Here we are in the beautiful Memory Meadow. This one's really important with keeping a speed boost around these corners, because there are a few strategic jumps that come insanely easier with speed. That beauty there.
That's a spectacle.
Yeah, it is very possible to hit that jump on the slide without actual sprinting, but it is very, very difficult. So if you can get the sprint, you definitely will want to have it for that jump.
Section's important there. You want to have those two little worms drop in separate sections. When they hit the ground, they cause an electric shock around them, so you can't have them too close together when they fall. But he was able to one cycle that by taking advantage of what he brought up earlier with the rope pulls, where he jumps up immediately after, allowing for a lot quicker recovery and ability to get over to the second worm before he goes into attack mode again. The old roller ball.
Oh, yes.
Some may call it the most famous suit, some may call it the most hated.
Me, I call it Marvel Madness.
Oh,
that's a good name.
Shout outs to the Marvel with the screaming robot inside.
Yeah, in case
he's probably
no one
having
ever
a
played
ball.
this game. Oh yeah, he's having a ball. That was great, but
Oh wait,
yeah,
did
with
I
this
just
one
do
you
a
have to
pun?
use the touchpad.
You're going to see him take advantage a lot in this this area here of running in circles or running in place to keep the speed boost. Because there's, as in any video game, there's a time frame limit and count to where he needs to get to certain points at a certain time, and the only way to do that is to keep that boost through a section like this. So it may seem as though he's super excited to get to the next part, but this is strategic.
Yeah, this full speed is really required for that skip you just did right now.
That was awesome.
If you
Yeah,
wasn't
that
able
one
to
never gets easy.
it's just really, really bad if you just don't have the main speed.
No, if you lose it anywhere throughout it, it pretty much crushes the dreams of that last under TV jump, and having it all be one flow, you end up having to wait a cycle at that point.
Yeah, and if you can't get the earlier cycle, you lose pretty close to about 5 seconds. So keeping that top speed going throughout that entire stage is very, very important. So if you don't have it, you more than likely won't make the early TV cycle. So we're going to do this skip a little differently. The card to go into the last world I need is not here. So I'm going to go back within the same world to get a fast loading time. And then I'm going to use the map to get to the last world that I need to complete.
Hey, look, it's everybody's one of everybody's favorite places, Cooling Spring.
Hangout spots. Yeah. It's where all the cool kids hang out.
Eye candy.
I think we got time to read about 3 more donations in this section. It's pretty straightforward.
You got it. We Go Giant sends in $50 and says, "Hello, my name is Astro. I meant Astro. My name is Astro. Welcome to your PlayStation 5. I can't wait to meet you when you're lucky enough to get one. Until then, I hope you enjoy this GDQ run." We've also got $25 from Miriam, who says, "Xeilius' style rocks, but ultimately I just need the FE3H run to pick the best house, because more Edelgard and Petra is more fun. And who can forget Ferdinand von Ager?" And an anonymous $25 donation who says, "Have to donate for Astro's Playroom and its awesome soundtrack. Keep up the great work and good luck to the runners." Thank you all.
Soundtrack is like half of why people are here.
Oh, it's got a great soundtrack.
It really does.
I'd buy it on a CD.
If I could
Get it on
imagine 30 years from
Get
now.
it on vinyl.
Get it on vinyl. Yeah, vinyl. Friends come over, throw the old Astro Playroom on the vinyl.
GP.
Oh, man. You can all talk about the good times.
That would be great.
Hey, why wait? They put new soundtracks on vinyl. For all I know, there already is one from Data Discs or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So touching the snow here slows down. So as you can see, he was using the ice blocks to keep premier speed and very minimal touches as soon as he is on the snow. But and he makes these leaps of faith there to cover insane amounts of ground.
Outstanding.
yeah, just a little something I want to touch up on the frog suit. It lets you know that you can use both the triggers. I would recommend that if you're going to do this, only use one trigger. Just pick whichever one that you like. The reason I say that is I used to alternate between the triggers, and the frog would stay on the ground sometimes because it thinks I haven't released one of them yet. So I just found it a little easier just to use one, personally myself.
Being a 2-trigger user, I can attest that I get stuck on the ground a lot more than he does. Definitely want to watch out for those spikes going through there. I've never been a big fan of the hoppers reset. I feel like when you resurrect, he almost does like a wiggle to brag that he's back, and it just eats up more time.
And that's PlayStation 3.
And we're going to skip one last cutscene. We're going to go back to the CPU Plaza, which will open the gateway to the final boss. And from there on forward, again, is pretty straightforward as to what's going on. So I think we have about 1.5 minutes to read some donations.
All right, we can do that. We've got $50 from DLR Venom, who says, "This week has gone by way too fast. Thank you to all the GDQ staff and support for putting together a great event that helps an amazing cause. Let's keep the donations coming and have a strong finish." Well, DLR Venom, you are doing a job of helping us get there. And just to let you know, I did hear that we are almost on PB pace for the marathon. Thank you so much, everyone watching, chatting, listening, and participating in this wonderful event. Let's keep it up, everyone. People like Halscan, who sends in $500 and says, "GDQ fan here and bar trivia host by night. Been running online trivia during the pandemic where the winner chooses a charity of their choice. Yesterday was the last edition, and the winners, Vern Dogs, Jones, and Tour de France Giraffe, are also huge GDQ fans. We are proud to send the winnings pool to Doctors Without Borders. Thanks, GDQ, for the good work every event, and good luck to all the runners." Time for a little more?
We got time for one more.
Okay. Putrid Being sends in $250 and says, "Watched GDQ for years and never donated. Figured I would fix that." Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So here is part 1 of 2 on the final boss.
Oh, look, it's the PS1 demo T-Rex, and oh my goodness, what is he doing?
He's causing trouble.
Yeah.
Astro's going to teach him a lesson.
And if you look at the graphics of like the ground and the enemies, you'll notice they're also in a PS1 aspect as well. They have more of a low-fi graphics to them.
Don't forget the discs, because the discs are also PS1 discs.
Right. There is phase 1. So now we move on to the second phase, which is called the 4K T-Rex. And I will be doing some very dangerous strategies in this one, but they will save time.
T-Rex can't keep up with you.
Yeah, something a little fun. I don't know if everyone will be able to see it, especially if you're on mobile, but if you look at the raindrops on the ground, you'll notice that they're actually making the shapes of the PlayStation face buttons. And you can also see this in the Memory Meadows world as well.
The reason why he jumped off the platform right there is so he can skip the dinosaur bite.
This is one of the sections of the game where there is a randomness to the enemies and how they come out or how he spits them out. So you definitely want to hope for a good RNG and those enemies being close to you so they get to you quicker. So he's already down one eye. He still wants to fight. So Xeilius here is going to take care of that second eye, and the indication of finishing the 80% run is as soon as that tongue pops back to the T-Rex, that is defeat.
GG's. Well done.
It's a great run.
Absolutely great.
Thank you. Oh man. I can't say I was never nervous the whole time. Oh. So yeah, we've just got a whole credit section here. I say the time's already over, but I mean, we got some time to read some donations. You know, I'd say let's go for it.
Yeah.
Gladly. We can have a little fun with that while you're having fun over there. Professor Shinobi sends in $25 with a haiku. Haiku speedrun go! First, we skip to the last line, and that's the run, folks. Donation goes to support Bonus Game 5, My Finale. Stay hydrated, stay tuned, and stay gold, everyone. Victor Prime sends in $50 with the comment, who needs sleep when speedruns fuel me? No bonus incentive unmet. Let's get My finished. Love you, Twitch chat. And Grumpy Pants supports Doctors Without Borders with $50, saying, love GDQ, excited to see Astro's Playroom. So many PlayStation references in this game. You know, I don't think we quite got to all of them, but I hope you wet your whistle on everything we did. A few more?
Yeah, let's go ahead and read a few more.
Okay. Dragon's Jinx sends in a $50 donation, which sounds like it's also going to our My incentive. They say, anything to make this marathon longer is a great thing in my book. Can't wait to see more speedruns the rest of this week. And Might Spray sends in $50 and says, GDQs are my favorite times of year. Good luck to all the runners, and shout out to all the staff and volunteers that make these events what they are. Thank you so much, Might Spray.
Yeah, there's nothing in particular. Okay, sure thing. All right, thanks everyone. Have fun.
Cool.
Thank you all.